Do fish drink water? Seems like a silly question, right? They live in it. But hold on, what really happens inside a fish's body will blow your mind. Today, we're diving deep into surprising science of fish hydration and the wild ways evolution keeps them alive underwater. Trust me, you'll never look at fish the same way again. In this video, we're going to talk about do fish drink water. Before we start the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Let's start the video. Inside a fish's body, everything is working in constant motion. Gills filtering, kidneys regulating, cells adapting. But what's even more surprising is how much energy all this takes. A saltwater fish might spend up to 30% of its energy just managing salt and water levels. That's like running a third of your day just to stay hydrated. It's not just swimming and hunting that keeps a fish alive. It's this invisible internal struggle. And yet, it happens seamlessly every second without a single conscious thought. What we see on the outside, smooth, graceful movement, is only possible because of the non-stop microscopic war happening inside. And the fact that fish do this from birth, without ever stopping, is just another reason why their biology is nothing short of incredible. 1. The basics. Water everywhere. Let's start with the basics. Fish live in water. But water isn't just water. There's freshwater and saltwater. And this tiny difference changes everything for how fish survive. Now, just like humans, fish need to keep their internal environment balanced. Too much water? Cells burst. Too little? They shrivel. It's all about osmosis, the movement of water across cell membranes. And here's where it gets fascinating. Depending on where they live, fish bodies do opposite things to stay alive. 2. Freshwater fish. Freshwater fish live in rivers, lakes, and ponds. Their environment has less salt than their body fluids. So guess what? Water constantly tries to rush into their bodies. Imagine you're constantly absorbing water through your skin and gills without even trying. That's the life of a freshwater fish. They're in a constant water overload situation. But do they drink water? Actually, no. They don't need to. In fact, they work hard to get rid of it. Their kidneys are superheroes, constantly pumping out diluted urine to flush out the excess water and keep salt levels balanced. So the next time you see a goldfish, remember, it's not drinking. It's actually peeing a lot. 3. Saltwater fish. Now, let's swim over to the ocean. Saltwater fish face the opposite problem. The ocean is super salty, much saltier than their body fluids. And water always wants to move from less salty to more salty areas. So instead of water rushing in, it's leaving their bodies. These fish are constantly drying out, even while swimming in water. So what do? They drink. A lot. Yes, saltwater fish actively drink seawater, thousands of gulps a day. But wait, won't all that salt kill them? Great question. 4. How fish process water. Saltwater fish have some of the most fascinating internal systems in the animal kingdom. First, when they drink seawater, it goes into their gut. Special cells in their intestines absorb the water, but block the salt from entering their bloodstream. Second, their gills step in. They have special cells that work like microscopic pumps, actively pushing excess salt out of their bodies and back into the ocean. Third, their kidneys concentrate urine, so they lose as little water as possible and mostly excrete salt. Think about that. They live in salt water. They drink salt water, and they survive by basically filtering it like a living desalination plant. 5. The wild cards. Now, just when you thought you had fish figured out, let me introduce you to the rule breakers, Euryalene fish. These are the superheroes of the fish world. They can live in both freshwater and saltwater. Salmon, for example, hatch in freshwater streams, migrate to the salty ocean, then return upstream to spawn. How? Their bodies completely reprogram their gills, kidneys, and intestines based on the water around them. When they move to salt water, they start drinking more and excreting salt. Back in fresh water, they stop drinking and start peeing more. It's one of the most incredible transformations in nature. 6. What about sharks? Now here's another twist. Sharks. Do they drink water? Yes, but differently. Sharks are unique. Their bodies are full of urea and other compounds that make their internal fluids almost as salty as the ocean, but not quite. This means they don't lose as much water, and they don't need to drink as much either. Some species drink seawater, but they also rely heavily on absorbing water through their gills and even their skin. Evolution found a different path for sharks, and it works like a charm. Why water is important for fish. Water isn't just a place where fish live. It's the very thing that keeps them alive. Every second, water flows over their gills, allowing them to extract the oxygen they need to survive. But it's not just about breathing. Water helps regulate their body temperature, supports their organs, and even helps them get rid of waste. Imagine if we lived in the air the way they live in water, completely surrounded by it, depending on it for every function of life. For fish, water is food, air, shelter, and transport all in one. It also carries the nutrients fish need and allows them to communicate, reproduce, and sense their environment. Their bodies are finely tuned to the chemistry of the water around them. Even small changes in temperature, oxygen, or pH can have a huge impact. Without the right kind of water, their bodies can't function. It's why polluted water or drastic shifts in conditions can be deadly. Water, to a fish, is everything. It's more than a habitat. It's the heartbeat of their entire world. When the water thrives, fish thrive. When it suffers, they suffer. Their survival isn't just about swimming. It's about the water itself being clean, balanced, and alive. Conclusion. So, the question, do fish drink water? Turns out to be far more fascinating than it first appears. Depending on where they live, freshwater or saltwater, fish have completely different strategies for staying alive. Some are constantly battling to push water out of their bodies, while others gulp down seawater just to avoid drying out. Their gills, kidneys, intestines all work in harmony to perform a biological balancing act that's as precise as it is brilliant. What's truly amazing is how evolution has crafted so many different solutions for the same challenge, hydration. From the goldfish in your tank to the shark patrolling the deep sea, each one has a built-in survival system fine-tuned to its environment. And those fish that live in both fresh and salt water, they take adaptability to another level, reshaping their entire physiology as they swim between worlds. The next time you see a fish, whether in a tank, river, or the ocean, remember, beneath those shiny scales is a story of science, adaptation, and survival. Something as simple as drinking water is anything but simple in the underwater world. And now that you know the truth, the question doesn't sound silly at all. It sounds like a doorway into one of nature's most remarkable secrets. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to our channel for new home-style videos. See you in the next video.